your girl Jay. Welcome back to the video. I thought I'd take a little time out I don't know why my seat's so low. Hold on. There we go. A little time out to come in and some of the new subscribers have been asking about manifestation, and you guys know how much I believe in that. So I'm going to give you a little bit of history why I believe in manifestation. Um, you wanted me to share it, so I'm sharing it. And ignore the elephant in the room, this big old dot on my head. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, so this started back almost 6 years ago when I first started working at my job and everything. And the job that I had prior before that, I had lost my car in between that time. So, yeah, I started the new job, and then after that, I lost my car. I won't go into that story of how that happened because it still was a choice of mine that I made the reason why things happened the way they happened. So I do take full blame for those circumstances, and that's another thing, knowing when to take blame for choices that you make, because those things do matter. The choices that you make in your life could affect you in the long run. So make sure that you're making wise choices. With everything that you choose. And so with that, I was just doing what I wanted to do, claiming to be a believer and doing just, living life. I wasn't like, out, doing crazy stuff because, sin is sin, no matter what it is, or a lifestyle is a lifestyle, no matter what you do. But if you say you're representing being a believer, then you need to do those things that represent being a believer. So, and this could affect things in your life, so make good decisions, y'all. Let's see. So what happened was I lost my car, and then I went 3 years without a vehicle. So I went transferring back and forth on the bus, and God blessed me in that way because the new job, and all this was new to me. The new job was able to provide a bus commute pass. So I didn't have to pay for transportation. And I had a bus pass, and I would catch the bus back and forth to work. And at this time, keep in mind that I'm kind of like starting all over in everything in life. I mean, I'm in a new apartment, which was on the lower level at that time, and it was a 1 bedroom. So I just kind of like also, everything is hitting me up right now. Hold on, you guys. I'm still working, so sorry about that, you guys. I'm going to get some dings and things going on in the meantime. So what I was talking about was manifesting my car that I have now. Okay, so yeah, the first thing I did was I was manifesting, for more space because I wanted a sewing room. I had thought about, and also not only a sewing room, but room for my grandkids to come and visit, and they don't even sleep in this room. They want to crowd all into my living space and watch the big TV and all that. So they don't even be in here. So really, it's all for me. I just wanted more space. And so I said, Lord, I put that into effect at first. I said, Lord, if I can afford a 2 bedroom apartment, can you make one available for me? And not knowing that it would be right here in the same building, but on the second level. And so, yeah, that happened, and I'm here today. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, y'all. But anyway, let me turn my volume off here. Hold on. Anyway, I'm here in the 2 bedroom, and I've been here for, 2 years, and my rent keeps going up, so that's why I bought a house. But yeah, and they don't want to do nothing. They just want to raise your rent and, not update nothing. And I'm not one for that. So I figured if I could pay this much money in rent, I can afford a home. Anyway, back to the car. So, yeah, I had got here and I started budgeting things. I started clearing things out. I started paying off things, and I'm working on my credit score and stuff like that. So, like I said, I had to put in the work and get things prepared. And then I kept praying faithfully for God to open that door up where I would find a car. And then, all of a sudden it was like just start searching, go on. I think I went to CarMax, and because that's where I bought my first car from. I had a Chrysler 200 then. And I was looking for a Genesis, that, like I said before. And yeah, I found one on Carfax. I think it was Carfax. And I went on the site and they gave me the name of where the car was. So I went to Schaumburg, Illinois, test drove the car, making a long story short. And I was like, oh, I really like this car. This is my dream car. I saved and I put away and I trusted God would not to touch the funds that I had put away or whatever like that. And I had put away probably about like 2 grand or maybe or something like that. Yeah. So I was able to do that because, I was getting raises at work and stuff like that. And that was helping. And I was just putting that money away. I don't even know if I don't even think I had a bank account then because I was like, I don't know if I want to get a bank account. I think I had like a Netspend card or something like that. Yeah, y'all, your girl was just way whacked out. It was a road, a journey. Like my name up there says Jay's Journey. It has definitely been a journey. So anyway, um, fully transparency here. Yeah, I think that's what it was. But I went to uh Patrick Hyundai in Schaumburg, Illinois, and test drove the car. I liked it and everything. And I had went with a friend of mine. He was like, that light keep coming on. But I was like, oh, they probably gonna check that out when they do the checkout or whatever and see what was going on. So in the meantime, I sat down at the desk, how you write up the contract and you do everything. And then they came back and they said, you're approved. Get it. The car is yours. And so I was like, yay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was excited about it. And they were like, we're going to do the inspection of the car and check things out. And um, we'll get back to you on that. So I didn't take it home that day. Um, Matter of fact, I didn't get to take it home at all. Because once they inspected the car and I was supposed to come back and pick it up, they were like, Judy, the car has been recalled. And whew, I was really, really, really upset. And I was like, what does that mean? And they were like, well, you can't take the vehicle home. I said, well, why? And they said, well, it's an electrical issue that has been recalled. And this electrical issue has been known to cause fires, whether you're driving the car or not. Okay. So I was like, okay. And I was still mad. I didn't care what they said at that point in time because I wanted my car, right? And it was my dream car. So I was like, what? And then I started looking up all the information about the electrical recall and all that stuff. I reached out to the Genesis people and I went on a Genesis forum and talked to a bunch of people. And they said, well, it's not that the car would catch fire, but it could. So, they got to be well within safety reasons or whatever have you, but they shouldn't be able to keep the car from you. They should be able to deliver the car to a dealership in your city that probably could repair the car and then get it fixed. So then I said, okay, I went back to the board and I said, back to the drawing board. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? So I went back and I talked to the dealership and I said, well, can y'all ship my car to Madison? And they were like, yeah, we could, but you won't be able to drive it or anything. We'll just have to ship it to a dealership there in Madison. And then there was the issue of the part. They didn't know when the part was coming in. So it would have been sitting at a dealership until the part came in. And I tried every way I could to remedy the issue. Trust me, I fussed at whoever I could fuss at. I was livid. I just kind of like stepped out of myself and just went all the way south, should I say, all the way to the left. And I was like, I was complaining, fighting, and arguing with people and everything. And then I finally gave up and I just cried. And because it was my dream car. So I was like, Lord, why? I was mad at God. And I talked to him like he is my father. Uh, Not that I disrespect my father, but I talked to him as if We have that relationship that is so close that I don't have to be, oh, my most honorable God, Father, Jesus, please, elaborate why these things are such and so in this, thus forth. I understand why. I don't have to do all that. I just go and I say, Lord, look, okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm your child, you my father, and I'm talking to you because you know me better than anybody. I don't have to put on no face for you. This is who I am, and you know this already. I don't even need to tell you this, but I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding why you're not letting me have this car. And so he said softly, he was like, it ain't time yet. And I was like, how can it not be time? All the stuff I did to get to this point. And he said it again, it's not time yet. And I was like, whoo, it's not time yet. What does that mean? I had to let that soak in. And I was still mad about it, but I was like, it's not time yet. And I cried like a baby. But then he said, I got something better for you. But I need you to do this. So I went back to Patrick Hyundai. I sent him an email and I was like, hey, Manuel. I was like, do you have any other vehicles that I could look at and, within this price range or whatever? And he was like, let me take a look, Judy, and I'll get back with you. So he came back with 5 vehicles. Three of them were SUVs. One was the Audi, and one was, I think it was a Hyundai, another Hyundai, and the other ones were, SUVs. I didn't want no SUV. So I like mid-sized cars, heavy body cars. Uh, I just like 4 doors, sunroof, full, what's the word you call it? Everything loaded. I like cars like that. So luxury, I guess you would say. So, and I saw the Audi. And I was like, "Ooh, this is nice." And he was like, "You should come take a look at it." And I was like, "Yeah, I should." So I made an appointment to go down and take a look at the Audi. And as soon as I drove up, it was parked in the lot right there at the door. Nice, shiny blue, clean it was clean, y'all. It was clean. Trust me. And my friend I had to make arrangements with a person to help me get up there because I had just, I had planned on driving this car back home. So I had took a look at the specs and everything online and did all that kind of stuff like that. So I just kind of I was like, oh, this is it. Okay, this is it from what I can see here. And got over the Genesis thing because God said, not yet. He didn't say no, he said not yet. So yeah, so that thought is still in, process. That later down the line, my dream car is to have a Genesis. So if you don't know what a Genesis is, you can look it up. They got the G70, G90, and G80. I don't want a truck, I want a car. So yeah, but anyway, back to the story. So with that said, I kept, praying because I was like, Lord, I put things in place and this is that and the other. So went up to get the car, like I said, and as soon as I saw it, I fell in love. So, and I was like, this the car? Yeah. And he said, Judy, on the way up there, he was like, okay, we need you to change over, get the insurance, and stuff like that. Because I had got the insurance in the Genesis car. I had got the insurance all scheduled and everything. I'm sorry this video's long, but y'all wanted to know, so I'm sharing. So I got the insurance changed over, and when I did that, um, all the numbers started to drop. Okay, first the numbers dropped with the vehicle that of the Audi A6, and that dropped the price. Well, the price dropped, the loan amount dropped, um, and the insurance dropped. And I was like, so that means that the car note dropped. So I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, you'll be saving even more than you were, when you had planned on getting the Genesis. And I was like, that's a blessing. And I was like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. So I was really, really excited about driving up in this car. And they was like, here's the paperwork. All you got to do is resign everything, go take your money and put that with, I had to write a new, was it did I get a new check or something? No, what I did was I hadn't put down a down payment first on the car, the Genesis. So, yes, I did, but they switched it over. They just switched it over. So, yeah, so I went in there and made sure everything was okay after I saw Manny. That was his name, Manuel Manny. And after I saw him, and they did all the paperwork, then they took me in the office and they did the whole spiel, signing up the papers and everything, and gave me the keys. And I drove off with my Audi A6, and I will try to put a picture of it up here so you guys can see it. I did a whole video on my other channel, Jay's Locks, and shared that experience with them over there as well. So that's where I come into manifestation. I believe that God has put us here to have the desires of our heart, and I truly believe that that happens. Now, it has taken some time. It has taken years for me to get to a point in my life where I'm comfortable living, I'm comfortable with my life, and I put things in place to. It took me a long time to realize that you got to save, you got to still be able to pay your bills, and then be able to put money away. It took a long time for me to understand that process because I had been through so much hurt and pain in my life in the beginning that I never really had anything that was my own, and I wanted that so much. So, yeah. So when you manifest things, I think I manifest the job that I have. I manifest this apartment that I have. I manifested the car that I have, and now I've manifested the home that I have. And it has not been without a struggle, okay, that I manifested. So I went into this thinking, okay, I want to get a house. What do I need to do? And then when I got through the process of getting this house, um, still, I didn't know all the ins and outs. So, that might be why I got this bump up here because it's been a little bit of a bumpy road. But I don't know where God is getting it from, but He is blessing and blessing and blessing, and He's God. I mean, He does what He does. I may not understand everything that He does, and I may not have liked the answers that He gave me at those times when I was manifesting that because I wasn't real specific. And that's another thing in my prayers. I have learned to be specific in my prayers or when I talk to God. Okay. And yeah, I got a couple of more things that I need to manifest in my life. I think I'll never stop doing that because there are other things that I still want out of life that I feel like even at this age that I can get. Okay. So never let go of your dreams and your desires because they can come true. Okay, but you gotta trust, you gotta have faith. Like I said, faith makes things possible. Don't mean that it's easy, but it does make it possible. And I had to have a lot of faith. And then when the guy said no, I had to hear that no and accept that no. And he said that don't mean you can't find another way to do it. I'm just saying no to this process. So I pursued a different process and look what happened. So I didn't lay it down and be like, okay, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna look for the car. I'm not gonna, cause I'm so mad right now. I don't want to look. I pulled that strength that he gave me, that cry. I had that good old cry. I think I cried for, I probably cried for 2 weeks, yo. I probably cried for 2 weeks. And, yeah, but, I had to let it go. I had to let it go. So there will be some things in your life that you need to let go in order to receive your blessings. And you need to know when to let them go. And the sooner you let them go, then the blessings come. And that's something that I need to put in place for some other things in my life too that I'm manifesting. I need to let go of some things that's there now and put them in place. Why it's taking me so long? Y'all, because we hard-headed sometimes. We just think that we're going to go without or whatever because we feel like we can't see it yet. And we can't see things with God's eyes, but we have our own eyes, but we can have faith. Faith is what makes things work. It makes things work. Okay? So I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. It's almost 20 minutes into this video, but that's hope I answered some of your questions there on manifestation. It is like just trusting God, having faith, putting in the work and believing that it can happen no matter what. And then when it does not happen the way you think it's going to happen, does not mean that it's over. It means find another way. But if God pulls you totally away from that, then it's not meant to be right now. And it wasn't meant to be for 2 weeks. So, but it happened, y'all. It happened. And I'm so glad that it did. But I had to listen. I had to hear God as well. I had to learn how to and realize that his plans is not my plans, but his plans are always better than my plans. Because he has opened doors that beyond what I ever thought. I never thought I would be a homeowner. I never thought. Ooh, I don't want to get emotional, y'all. I don't want to get emotional. And there's more to come. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. So it don't matter what age you are. But I'm saying have your ducks in a row or get your ducks in a row, okay? Because you got to do something. Faith without works is dead. Y'all hear me? Faith without works is dead. I'm going to leave you with that thought. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Like I said, I hope I answered everything. If I didn't, leave me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time here. Thank you for your support. Love you guys. My new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Hey. Keep on coming back. Don't forget to like them videos so I can grow and get pushed out there because y'all helping me out. I hope I'm helping you out. So we're going to get back to some sewing, getting it going. I'm working on this dress, y'all. I'm just going to throw it in, half of it in there. Hold on. Let me grab it off of here. I told y'all I was trying to update the dress. I put some elastic along the sides to give it a little ruching. Okay, I'm going to try the dress on, and I'll probably do a short. Okay, so be looking for that. And I'm continuing to work, but I'm start packing stuff up. So I don't know when I'll do another big sewing project just yet because your girl packing and moving. So keep that in mind, y'all. All right. See y'all in the next video. Bye.